Yeah, there we
Oh, there
go.
we go.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. How you feeling? Where are you at heat-wise?
I probably got to a one, maybe
Oh,
about that.
one.
I
Okay.
barely felt it on the tip of my tongue,
Okay.
but
Any
the
any
flavor is
rumbling?
just so nah, nothing.
No? All right.
No,
Yeah.
not yet.
Yeah, I didn't have any issues with the mouth burn, but I was telling Floyd I did have to eat like 9 popsicles, so
Right.
um all right. Well, let's get started. So, thank you so much for agreeing to talk to me today. We're going to talk a bit about what you do, the products that you create, where people can find those, buy those. But first, I want to learn a little bit more about you. Like, what brought you to spicy foods, products, all of that? Why are you a part of this community?
Well, it was actually 2 years ago, last week, last weekend. Started a YouTube channel. Uh, Mostly because I watched like Reckless Eating and Main Event Pong and you as well.
Love those boys. I'm
So
so glad you're
right.
there.
Yes, huge fan. I watched them probably for like 5 years before I even thought about making videos. Uh, so started making videos, redoing challenges that Matt and everyone was doing years ago. Just doing them myself. They always inspired me. So I was like, let's just try, chugging 5 beers in 5 minutes type thing, like stupid
Yep.
stuff.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, the bad decisions, but it was fun. So pretty much started doing that. Then another channel, I don't even know if they do videos anymore, challenged us to do the hot dang show bites. Had no
Oh,
idea what it was. No idea what it was. Didn't know anything about League of Fire, Sons of Fire, or even a chili community. Uh, so we ordered those. That was my first set of cap cramps. I had no idea what they were. It was
oh,
terrible. It was about
yeah.
5 hours of laying on the floor and just not even knowing what was going on with my body at the time
Right.
until after. I even contemplated going to the hospital, which is the first time in my whole life, honestly. uh, so after that, I almost beat the challenge, which is kind of crazy knowing what it is now. I think I threw up about 30 seconds left in the 5 minute afterburn,
Gotcha. Fair
which
enough.
which sucks.
Yeah.
Knowing you're that close. Uh, and then, yeah, the cramps came about 30, 40 minutes later and lasted for a long time. Uh, so after that, I kind of started looking into it, found Johnny Scoville's channel, and
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, so Blazing Foods. So started like, I ordered, I think the Death Nuts 2.0 and would just snack on them. I didn't know there was an actual challenge, to them besides what it says on the box. I didn't know there was a point system or anything. And then I met Chris from the Scoville unit, and he told me about the League of Fire and all this stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it, later on down the road. And then he gave me my first challenge because he's our sponsor for our channel, which is awesome. Uh, he gave me a Killer Queen chug. That was my first official League of Fire challenge, and that was the worst cramps I ever had. I prepped
Mm.
the right way, but the wrong way for me because I'm lactose intolerant. So
Oh, okay.
I took a non-dairy thing, so I didn't like. So it stopped me up basically, and I ate potatoes and drank milk and stuff before the challenge. So everything literally just sat in my stomach, and I have a really bad problem with throwing up. Like it's so hard for me to throw up.
Okay.
So it sat in my stomach for about 7 hours at the hotel because we were in a hotel and cramping at a hotel is terrible. It's
Yep.
really bad.
I've been there.
So since then, I really just stuck with it. Uh, I've just enjoyed it. Like the rush that you get doing the challenge is awesome, and then just completing challenges, the feeling you have, like I did that. Not a lot of people have, and yeah, so I kind of stuck with it. And then I started making tinctures because it helps with the prepping. I ordered a bunch of tinctures from Hell Garden. I ordered, I think, 12 or 14 of their
Oh,
tinctures
wow.
at
Okay.
one time, and I was just trying them, and the flavors and stuff was awesome. And I was like, let me try it myself. So I looked up how to do it, and I talked to Rick Griffin, which he's the one that gave me his shirt from Sons of Fire. Yeah, Chris was there. He was in the room next to us. It was bad. It was the worst cramps ever. uh, and then after I started making tinctures, I really got into the chili community because people were reaching out asking, how to purchase them and whatnot. And I sent probably, I want to say 20, 30 bottles of tinctures just around to people that I still watch on YouTube just to try them and tell me how they are. And since then, I've just been enjoying and loving the burn, basically. Lips are swelling.
Steve says you're
Nice.
awesome. Chris's lips are swelling. That has me scared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, rest up, Chris. You've got a little bit before you have to talk to me, but that's going to be fun.
Right.
um,
Get it
yeah,
out if you can.
yeah. No, I love that. That's how you came to this because I feel very similar. So, I got into the spicy stuff because of competitive eating, but I got into competitive eating from watching people on YouTube. I was just a big
Yes.
fan, and then one day I was like, you know what? I could try it. Why not?
Right.
Right? So it's so fun. And then you get to meet people that like you've seen virtually that like you're super impressed by, really love, and it's like a big family. It's so great.
Yes, definitely.
All right. So getting into the meat of it, tell me a bit about your company and the products that you produce.
Uh, well, it's basically tinctures. I'm like messing around with other things. I tried making spicy pickles, which turned out really awesome. That was just like a month ago. So I'm thinking about possibly doing that and just sending them out to people for fun.
I love
Uh,
pickles. I will buy your pickles.
yes, yes. I only like spicy pickles. But I made dill pickles too, which turned out really awesome with habanero in them. I don't know, but
Ooh.
yeah, it was really cool. But mostly I just do tinctures and I bring in hot sauces and products from other small businesses that I find enjoyable and put them on our website uh, to try and help promote them mostly. So I'll buy them from the business and just resell basically the same price or $1 more to make back my shipping costs. But uh, pretty much I just make a ton of tinctures. uh,
Okay.
I have 14 of them that are coming out next weekend. 14 different flavors. Uh, 4 or 5 of them are going to be just pepper forward. I try to be very unique with my flavors. Uh, I don't like just being normal. If anyone has ever watched our channel, we are not normal at all. We're awkward people, and we just do not do things like normal people do. Like chugging bottles of Ting, bottles of hot sauce, and just stupid stuff. I always do stupid stuff, but I just like to be original and have fun with everything we do. So
Yeah.
we normally when we bring out products, we normally do like a line of a design. Like we did Lord of the Rings theme was our last, well, technically our first theme that we did. So this one I went with Kim, which is my girlfriend, and our daughter. They decided what the theme was going to be. So we're doing a Harry Potter and Nightmare Before Christmas theme.
Oh, nice.
So all of the labels and product names and some of the flavors are going to be based on those movies, which is pretty cool. But we're trying to make the flavors like that. It's really hard with pepper, it
Yeah. Yeah.
overwhelms a lot of things. But we're working on it. I'm testing them. I was doing that before this. Uh, so basically, we we decided to, well, I decided to do the tinctures. Kim doesn't do spicy stuff that well,
Okay.
but she
Okay.
tries. She tries. She really does try, which is awesome. I thank her for it. But the main reason we did that was to help raise awareness for autism. So we send out our products, our labels of our tinctures have puzzle pieces on all of them to help raise, and then we throw in free stickers and so forth. So that was the main reason of doing that was just to help spread awareness to such. Our kid is high functioning autistic, which she just got diagnosed. So that was the main goal. And we give 10% of our profit that we make out of it to Autism Society.
I love that. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. I was going to ask you why you were passionate about autism awareness, but that makes sense.
Yes.
I have quite a few friends on the spectrum, and I love that one, like it's being talked about more, um, because it really is just a different way of thinking. But two, like, so you mentioned your daughter. I am super appreciative that the medical field is actually recognizing that more and more in girls, because previously it just went unnoticed because it manifests differently often. So,
Right.
so
Right.
yeah,
And it
thank
took,
you for that.
I think it took Kim 3 years of testing for it to finally be diagnosed. But, you know, she knew. I've only been with Kim for 2 years. But
Hmm.
as soon as I met her, I knew something was wrong. I've never been, I guess, around. I've been around autistic people, but never knew a whole lot about it. So Kim's really pushing me to learn, and just being around Riley, I'm
Hmm.
learning as well as we go. So it's really nice to understand. It makes it really hard, but you appreciate it more. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. Chris says you're doing such a great job. And I think Sons of Fire has something coming up to help raise funds for autism awareness. That's great. Love
That is
that.
awesome.
Yeah, that's why
Definitely.
we're part of this club. I love it. Excellent. Okay, so thinking back to your tincture, so you said you have about 14 different varieties right now. Which one are you most proud of?
Uh, I guess it would be. Well, I don't make it anymore. I just do small batches. Uh, my green sickle tank, which was an orange cream flavored.
Ooh.
Uh, I got second place on Ink Gardener's Tink competition with it. That was the first competition I ever tried. And that was the first batch of Tink I ever tried. So to get second place in a competition based thing is pretty awesome. So
That
and
is.
it turned out really good. Like you could actually taste the flavor, and it had really good heat. Um, I used just habanero powder. Well, it was orange and red habanero, and then of course the flavoring, and then I added 1 gram of capsaicin crystals to a half-gallon jar of the tink to give it more of a
Ooh,
burn. So it wasn't like an overwhelming burn. You'd get the mouth burn from the habanero, but it would linger probably for 10-15 minutes instead of
yeah.
just kind of hitting and going away.
Right, right.
And it was really nice. I really enjoyed it.
And what do you use as your base for your tincture?
I use 4 different things. So I
Okay.
use I use 150 proof rum, or Everclear, of course, 190 proof
That's
or
common. Yeah.
191. Yeah. Uh, I use a whipped vodka, which
Oh,
I
okay.
use in the orange cream because
Oh,
it
that makes
had
sense.
a
Yeah.
sweetness. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I use uh, a whiskey. I forget the name of it. I've only used it once, but I have it stored away. But a
Nice.
high proof whiskey. So it has different layers of burns and flavors that mix up with the peppers. A lot of experiment. I've only been doing this for a year, so yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
That's fun. Yeah. I don't produce anything. So I just consume, which is
right,
good because somebody has to consume everybody's products, right?
right.
But I did just get a tincture that Jeff made, and I saw he posted, I think it's called like Black Death, something like that, but it's moonshine based, which I'd never seen
Yeah,
before. So that's going to be
I've
interesting.
thought about experimenting with that, but it's hard to get authentic moonshine,
Hmm.
especially around where I am. It's really really hard. But
Yeah,
eventually I might try it.
I'm not sure what his source is, but I would imagine it's probably legit. I doubt it's like store bought moonshine.
Not from him, no.
No, no. I'm sure some
Yeah,
friend made it in a bathtub somewhere.
probably.
Um, all right. So I think I know the answer to this, but it sounds like tincture is not your full-time gig. If you're comfortable sharing with us, what do you do regularly?
I'm a warehouse supervisor for a small company.
Okay.
So that's basically it. 40 plus hours. I manage imports and exports for the country for this business, for the East Coast of our
Okay.
business, and that's like small business.
No,
Nothing too complicated.
I like asking that question because, most of us, unless it is our full-time gig, like we have personal lives outside of it. And so I want people to know a little bit more about you and that you're a real human being that has to
Yes.
go to work in a warehouse. So
It's terrible some days.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I feel really fortunate. I used to have to commute to Seattle for my work. But because the pandemic taught my supervisor that we could work remotely, I actually get to work from home. Um, so I'm usually in this room with the webcam on and doing the same
Right.
thing I'm doing right here for work all day.
Right. Yeah, about 90% of our company works from home too, and
hmm
I'm not one of those.
Yeah, no, it's
Someone's got to load trucks.
kind of hard for you to do what you do virtually. I don't think that would work.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
not with Amazon. They would not be
No,
happy.
no. All right. So outside of your personal products, what is your favorite spicy product?
Oh man,
I know it's hard.
I read this question when you sent it to me, and it's hard to decide because it's like, do you go food based or tincture? Uh,
You can
all
have
right, tincture
categories.
wise,
Floyd had categories. So,
yeah. So tincture wise, I have this here. I've been I've got a little nipple on it. Ace Moro makes my favorite tincture.
okay.
He's really hard to find. He's like deep in the woods and hides from everyone.
You have to like
But
send a carrier pigeon to like ask him.
yeah, pretty
Okay.
much, and it takes like 4 months to get okay, I'll send you one. But
Nice.
his stuff is so good. Uh, I know he brews stuff for I want to say a minimum of like 6 to 9 months before he even like starts filtering and evaporating it, and but it's the smoothest and hottest tincture I've had. And I don't use my own products because I don't think it's right. I don't know
Mm.
why. Because like reviewing your own stuff, you're really biased, and so I rarely ever do. And if I do, I normally make Kim do it because she has no heat tolerance at all. So you get an honest reaction.
Yeah.
Uh, but tincture, I would have to say definitely Ace. Jerky, I think we all know done is the way to go. Uh, any veteran-owned thing. But my newest favorite, probably snack company, has been Inferno candy. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
the,
They make great
the,
stuff.
they sent me a box of stuff like 2, 3 weeks ago, and I have not been disappointed at all. So I probably have to say they're they're one of my favorites for sure.
They're a
So
great company. Have you had
yeah,
the Hell Puffs?
yeah. I just did them last week. I did the X edition. I think it
Okay.
was their newer one. Yeah,
Okay.
it's legit. That's a legit challenge.
That was one of the worst things I've done. Something about the powder and the way it coats your
Oh yeah.
mouth. Just, oh,
Oh yeah. It does not miss us. You can't avoid it. It's not like you
no.
can just put it on one side and burn on one side. No, it gets everywhere. And
Mm-mm.
the powder explodes in your mouth, so it hits the back of your throat. And yeah.
But they
Yeah.
taste good. See, that's the struggle with that company is that everything they make still tastes good. That's
Yeah.
my
So good.
biggest complaint is when people make challenges that they're really, really hot, but they taste like garbage, kind of like the chip we
Yeah.
just you just had. But
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Every I think even Kim likes some of their stuff, and like she's just spice stuff isn't her thing because the pepper taste. She thinks anything with pepper tastes like dirt, which I
okay,
kind of understand. Like she grew
yeah,
up that way.
I could
So
see
that
that.
stuff she actually likes because there is flavor before the dirt, basically.
See that. I could see that.
Yeah.
We've got a question in the chat for you.
I'm not a Jon Snow fan, so that's easy.
Okay, fair. That was
Yeah,
easy.
it's not even a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jon Snow, but I just remember what is the episode, Battle of the Bastards, where they just kind of fight around him. Like that seems to happen to Jon Snow a lot. So yeah,
Right.
I don't know that
It's
he's much of a warrior.
exactly compared to
Yeah,
Aragon.
no.
Yeah, he leads
Yeah,
the fight.
yeah. Agreed. I agree. Speaking of, I thought of this earlier when you mentioned Lord of the Rings. Have you started watching The Rings of Power?
I have not. That's on
Oh,
Amazon, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I have not. Not
It's
yet.
pretty
I
beautiful.
really. I don't
Yeah.
even hear people talking about it either. So,
Oh,
oh
I
man.
saw I saw the first two episodes yesterday. I really like it.
All
Um,
right. I know what I'm
yeah,
doing tonight
yeah,
then.
yeah. It's
That's
good
awesome.
stuff.
I was really, really hoping it wasn't going to be disappointing. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, I watched that and I watched the first two episodes of House of the Dragon, and it's pretty slow, but I'm it's good. I mean, I love that world. I think I don't know. I had to watch the first two episodes of Game of Thrones like three times before I could get into that show. So I think that's just kind of his writing style. It's just slow.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So next question. What is the worst spice experience you've ever had?
I think that would be the Killer Queen, the first League of
Okay.
Fire one. I don't. I really think that just the way I prepped and it just stayed in my stomach. And I think that was the first like endorphin rush I ever had. Because I got it. You got like the tingly fingers. Uh, I didn't get like the claw that you always get.
Okay.
But my bottom lip swells up when I get
Oh, okay.
like to I want to say like a 7, 8, and after that like heat level, my bottom lip swells up a little bit. Uh, and that happened. And that was the first time that ever happened. So I
Yeah.
had tingly fingers. I had face
Oh,
numbing,
no.
the lip swell, and then uh, after the burn time was up, I went to try and throw up because it felt like I had to throw up, but I can't throw up, so it's terrible. So I kind of dry heaved for a solid 30 seconds. And Chris and Beth were still there in my room. So they heard me trying to throw up, which dry heaving sucks. And as soon
Yeah.
as I stood up, I got the endorphin rush from, I
Oh
guess,
no.
the heavy breathing and stuff. So I got really dizzy and kind of panicked a little bit while being tingly. So I had no idea what was going on. So for a couple minutes that was going on. So my breathing was just off. I was dizzy and then tingly fingers and all that. Uh, Great challenge though.
Yeah, I thankfully don't have that issue. So that's one of those challenges I knew when I did it that as soon as I was done, I was not keeping that down. I did not want to
Yeah,
digest that. Yeah.
yeah. I
I
tried for hours to throw it up, and it sucked. And eventually, it finally came up, and that was a relief because I can go to bed. So
yeah.
we had to leave at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and by the time it came up, it was about 4 or 5 in the morning. So I got a little nap in before having
Ugh.
to drive an hour and a half home.
Yeah, no, I learned that lesson with the League of Fire version 2 chug. Um, that one I wasn't able to get up. I ended up digesting that and never again. Just
Yeah,
not doing that again.
yeah. I've gotten really good lately at throwing stuff up. Well, for me, really good. It's not good.
It's
But
so sad we have to talk about that, but it is a part of what we do.
yeah, yeah. It's yeah. Anything to avoid cramps.
Yes.
Cramps are. I don't care if throw it up, whatever you have to do. You're still
Well,
gonna get my applause.
that's the thing. I think the people that watch us that aren't part of the community or haven't done spicy challenges, they think that the challenge is the challenge, but it's not. Like that's the
Nah.
easy part. It's what happens like hours afterwards. That's the true challenge, and they don't really get to see
Yeah,
that
yeah.
part.
Exactly. I like explaining the experiences after the challenge.
Mhm.
So that's why we upload videos so often. So like if I do a challenge, like the next day, I'm like, so this is what happened after. So you guys know, it's yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Because a lot of people, yeah, like you said, they don't understand the fact that you're sitting here and you're red, crying, and you get your little claws going, and then the camera stops, and it's like, okay, so
Yeah.
she's good.
Nope.
No. Nope, she's in the bath with her wine trying to throw up.
It's really glamorous. It's a glamorous life.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't do it anymore. But the first few times I got really bad cramps, I did film myself in the bathtub because I wanted people to see, like, there's aftermath to this. There's more.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, but I think
Yeah.
everybody watching knows that. So,
Yeah.
um,
At this point.
all right. So I'm super curious. What brought you to Sons of Fire? Why did you want to become a part of this club?
Uh, well, Chris basically.
Okay.
I didn't even know what Sons of Fire was until the whole thing last year when it kind of imploded.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I thought, okay, it's done or whatever. And then Chris got in, and he just always talked up about it, that we're trying to do this, do that, do fundraisers and whatnot. And he pretty much talked to me and told me that I would be a good fit because of what we do. We're always in the community buying stuff from
Hmm.
everyone that offers it, supporting everyone and whatnot. And he just made me feel like I was already included into the Sons of Fire before I was even in.
Nice.
So it was an easy, yes, coming from Chris.
Good deal.
Pretty
Good
much.
deal. And
Yeah.
I asked Floyd this, but what is your birthday wish for Sons of Fire? What do you hope happens this coming year?
That the word gets out about more positive things than negative, and to
Hmm.
keep growing. And it would be nice to like be able to do an event in person with the group, like the American group, to meet up somewhere at some fundraising event that we host to get the actual community involved. It'll be pretty cool to have something like
That
that
would
happen,
be
like at a
cool.
hospital, like it's like St. Jude's or
Yeah.
wherever. Actually, go to the hospital, have an event there, and do a challenge or two. Everyone kind of do something there and have an event and get the public involved. So our name
I
gets out there
love that.
more, and yeah, that'll be something cool to do.
I love that. Yeah, something in person where we could get the community involved. That would be awesome. Yeah, I just got the rest of my patches sewn on Wednesday. And of course, most of the people coming in with vests are bikers, right? So I go to
Yeah.
pick it up, and the woman's like, "Do you do some sort of like eating thing? Like I saw that there's like a chili pod that the Reaper's holding." And I was like, "Oh yeah." Yeah, I was like, it's not a bike club. It's a little bit different. So I was explaining it to her. But yeah, if we could do something in person so people could actually see what we're doing and what we're about, I think
Yes.
that would be amazing.
Exactly. Instead of just
Right.
assuming, vests are involved, that it's gang related. It's like, no, it's not gang related at all.
I would, yeah, I'd be like the worst gang member. I don't think so.
Right.
Um, okay, so where can we find you? I'm gonna pull up some links that you sent me and put them in the chat, but tell the folks where they should find you, where they can buy your tincture.
Primarily, we're on YouTube. Uh, we do go live on Instagram here and there to support our friends of the community, and been doing it, trying to go live at least once a week to show my my journey into trying to do the chili eating competition, which is an honor to even be included.
Yeah, I'm
But
so excited that you're doing that.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I
But Late for Work on YouTube, and then Late for Work YouTube on Instagram. We do have a Facebook page, but everything that goes on the Facebook is shared from Instagram. So that's pretty much it. Then lateforworkyoutube.com is where all of our products are, and all of our friends that we support as well, that makes hot sauces and peanuts and, well, pecans, etc. Whatever, basically our friends that we approve, that Kim and I approve, we put on our site to help sell and promote their stuff.
nice, nice. So how are you feeling about that contest? What are you gonna do to prep for it?
Oh man, I have no idea. Pretty much just been eating pods every day. I try and sit and eat as many as I can
Hmm.
once a day, and pretty much go from there. Everything else I do daily, like tinctures and challenges and stuff. So I the pods I literally just became new to June 13th,
Oh, okay.
June or July 13th.
Oh, wow.
No, June 13th. I ate my first Dragon's Breath pod
Oh
on
my God.
Instagram.
Was that your
It will.
first pod? Like super hot?
I'm outside of outside of like habanero. Yes, it
Oh my
was.
gosh, you went from habanero to dragon's breath. Like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, yeah. But besides like doing tinctures and stuff, like the tinctures are like help your tolerance for sure. But the pods, there's not much you can prep for them. Uh, but yes, that was the first pod I eat, and then since then I've just been trying to eat pods, and now I have to. uh, but I think I'll do okay. Uh, I've gotten up to 15 and been at a good heat level.
Nice.
It's the stomach. It's the stomach that really you
Yep.
got to kind of work with. Uh,
That's what got
so
me.
we'll
So I'm
see.
glad you're eating I'm glad you're eating pods because when I went to San Diego, I did a bunch of challenges to prep because it wasn't pod season yet and I don't grow, so I don't
Yeah,
have immediate access to anything. And I felt like my tolerance was really high, but it's always that stomach that gets you. So 14
yeah,
pods in, I was like, nope, I'm out.
yeah. I'm I'm really worried with the people that are going. Like,
Yeah.
man, Dustin, he was one of the
Is,
first people I ever watched do spicy stuff. And
is Dustin going now?
yeah,
Oh, yeah. No, I'm glad I'm not going then because I told everyone, I said, if Dustin's showing up, I'm not going because there's no
there's no
way.
reason for anyone.
Well, and quite frankly,
Well, yeah,
so maybe next year, if I calculate, like I could have a fighting chance, but the fact that the other Jason, also spelled the same way, Jason
yeah,
H, the fact that he was just like living it up and like partying after winning that, there's no way I could
yeah.
have beaten him. There's no way. And he's gonna be
He
there,
was ready.
Minecraft's gonna be there. Jif is terrifying. Jif took it
Yeah,
easy on us this last time, so yeah, you've
yeah.
got
That's
your
what he
work
told
cut
me.
out
But
for you.
yeah, it's going to be a fun time for sure. I'm definitely going to give it my all. If I
Yeah,
throw up on the table, I don't care.
do it.
At that point,
Do
I
it.
want to do whatever I can to just push myself. Because that's the best way I get out. The feeling out of it. Knowing that I did everything I can, and if I fail, I fail. Which I don't know.
It's not
We'll
failure though.
see.
Like it's like I was saying earlier, like part of the reason I'm Harold is because I show up. It's the same thing with those contests. Like just show up, have fun.
Yep.
The audience wants to watch you guys hurt yourselves. Like it's just a good time.
Exactly. That's the plan. I'm just gonna have a fun time, and I'm hoping I can throw up.
I hope so
If
too.
not, man, it's not gonna be a fun time that night.
No,
But either way,
no.
I'm gonna be there from Thursday to Monday, so I'll have
Nice.
Friday at least to enjoy, and then Sunday. That's yeah.
Yeah,
Saturday, it's gonna be game face for sure.
I'm
I'm
excited for
ready.
you guys. I felt a little bad, but there's only 12 slots. So in my opinion, it's great that I'm not going because it means somebody else gets to go. Um, so yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Chris, there we go. If we die, we die. Yeah.
Exactly.
I
Yeah, I
love it.
think I think if they sell liquor there, I'm gonna have Kim get a couple shots of vodka and be off to the
So
side because the smell and taste of it makes me throw up almost immediately. So
so
I
with
think that's the plan.
my usual go-to is the bathtub and the wine, and I had that ready at the hotel room. And like you said, cramping in a hotel is horrible. But my husband, like, as soon as he saw I was out, like, ran to the bar and was like, I need a margarita and it's for one of the competitors, so make it really strong. And he just like handed it to me when I came off stage. I was like, you're the best.
That's awesome.
It was good. It was good.
Man,
All right. Well, I see Chris and Beth are sitting in the back, so we can start with them early. But is there anything else that
cool.
you want folks to know?
Uh, just that I appreciate everyone's support. And the Sons of Fire has been awesome. Other League of Fire members, everyone has supported Kim and I. a lot this past month with helping Steve at Heat My Shorts.
Hmm.
Started a little fundraiser for us to help get to Dallas. And it's been great, and we appreciate everyone.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
that. Well, thank you so much for taking time to chat with me today. Thank you for doing the one chip challenge, and we will be rooting for you at the end of September.
awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Jayson.